Thank you for calling Late Night Taco Delivery. If you are calling to place an order, unfortunately the store is closed due to the fact that we are about to record a podcast. We'll be closed for another half an hour-ish. If you're calling to listen to the show, congratulations, you are just in time. So kick back, relax, and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Late Night Taco Delivery.
Late Night Taco Delivery!
I am your host, Daniel Gill.
And I'm Jonathan Knoll.
And we're here to talk about nerd stuff on a very special episode.
Indeed, as always.
As always. Sorry, I kind of stole your thunder there for a second.
You're fine.
Yeah, actually, for once, we have John in my studio, in Dan's domicile, as he likes to call.
It's true.
He's here, and we're going to be doing a special show on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So, but first off, how was your week, sir?
Well, let's see. This week has been it's been going well. I finally went into the old abandoned theater in University Hall. That was fun.
Oh, the one that shall not be named?
Yep.
I did that as well, but we cut that sequence out on a past contract, apparently.
Yeah, well, content.
Yeah, we went away for the statute of limitations to run out on that one.
But we found equipment that we can make a Steadicam, which is interesting.
Really?
Yes.
I will not ask what happened to that equipment because of statute of limitations.
All right.
Let's
see what else happened. There was something that I thought you'd really enjoy, but I can't remember what it is.
It'll probably come to you later on.
It's true. And what about you?
Not too much, really. Just been working a lot. I'm moving within the company. I think I mentioned this on a past podcast, but moving to pharmacy in Walmart. Been doing a lot of reading. Read a book called I, Ripper, which was a kind of an interesting little take on the whole Jack the Ripper story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, basically we combined his diary with the diary of someone who was hunting him. But the twist is that the guy who's hunting him is George Bernard Shaw. Yeah, it was rather amusing.
That's perfect.
Yes. And then last night, had a great time with you and Tim Lifeit, our podcast brother, doing Comtrack over here. And beyond that, not much going on, really.
Last night we finally watched Ghostwatch, though.
Yes, we finally got to see Ghostwatch, which is one of my hands-down favorite horror films.
It was really, really well done. If you can find it, folks, find it, watch it, enjoy it, because it is fantastic.
It is available from certain outlets online, or you could just order the DVD online. However, I will warn you, it's about $30 to $35, and it's in Region 2.
Yeah. So you got to have a regionless or a Region 2 player.
Right. So definitely invest. Well, first fact off, just fucking invest in a regionless DVD or Blu-ray player. Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, shall we go on to the geek news?
Let us get on to the geek news.
Alrighty. Alright, so I have this first one here, and it just made me laugh.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf arrested for repeatedly shouting, "Just do it!" in Austin, Texas.
Is this The Onion?
I wish.
Oh my god. He actually was shouting, "Just do it."
He was actually shouting, "Just do it."
God bless you, Shia LaBeouf. I remember 10 years ago when you were in Holes. And he was so short and cute back then.
My favorite quote from this story, though?
Yeah?
Although his words were extremely motivating, the only thing we were able to just do was place Mr. LaBeouf under arrest.
The cops said that?
Yeah, that was the cops.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway. Let's see what I got. Like a Bat Out of Hell! Musical set November Developmental Lab 2016 premiere.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, the well-known Jim Steinman's Bat Out of Hell, as voiced by the amazing Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Bat Out of Hell and Bat Out of Hell 2. There's Bat Out of Hell 3, which I have not listened to.
I have listened to it. It's kind of okay.
It's kind of okay.
Yeah, it's kind of okay.
No, that Bit Out of Hill is just like the soundtrack of my teenage years.
Right.
I've got a soft spot for opera rock like you wouldn't believe.
I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, basically, musician Todd Rundgren and Jim Steinman are collaborating to do a 2016 world premiere in Toronto, and they're hoping to move it to Broadway at some point.
Sweet.
So, yay, good luck to you guys.
Mm-hmm. I don't really usually follow Power Rangers.
Okay.
But we do have one. They're doing a reboot. Shock of all shocks.
Dun, dun, dun.
And they have Naomi Scott as the Pink Ranger. Now,
what she's done?
she was in The Martian and the series Terra Nova.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's freaking me out. You're touching your laptop. I keep remembering, that's right, you have Windows 8.
Yeah, I have a touchscreen.
I'm like, why do you keep messing with... Oh, yeah. You've moved into the 21st century.
Indeed.
You've moved past mice and pads.
We also have KJ Apa, who's in Shortland Street, Austin Butler, who's in Arrow, Mitchell Hope from Descendants.
Basically just a bunch of actors that have done very little in the past, but they're trying to move on to something bigger.
Yep.
That's fine with me. Speaking of movies, this one over, I think, is kind of unnecessary. Studio wants Cabin in the Woods 2.
Why?
Exactly. Even though they had Drew Goddard and Joss Whedon had a tough time getting Cabin in the Woods greenlit, now it's learned Lionsgate wants a sequel to the horror movie that surprised and shocked viewers back in 2012. The studio wants to do it. They came to us, Goddard said. The funny thing is, I don't think we planned the movie to do a sequel, you know? I'm going to give you a spoiler, guys. It's a great movie, but the world fucking ends. The movie, literally, the great old ones, Cthulhu and his ilk, come back and destroy the fucking world. You really can't have a sequel to that.
And then, what? Arthur Dent and Ford Prefect escape, and this is their story? Cabin in the Woods 2? Cabin in the Galaxy?
Scene! I don't know.
So, they're making another Street Fighter game, because Mortal Kombat X was wildly popular.
Yeah. Nothing like watching Sonya Blade punch a man's testicles into his jaw. Which they do in X-Ray, by the way. I've seen this.
Yeah, I actually have played the game. It's intense.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a character named Laura being introduced.
Okay.
She is...
Boobs.
Yeah, she is boobs.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at your screen like, yeah, boobs. Oh, and she's got dreadlock, and she's got cornrows.
Yep, she is a Brazilian master.
Oh, she's Brazilian?
Yeah, she's
That's
Brazilian.
fine. No cultural appropriation there, then.
Okay.
Sorry.
She's a Brazilian master of Mitsuda Jiu-Jitsu.
Huh?
Mitsuda Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay. I figured maybe they could do it with the Gracies or something. The Gracies are a very famous jiu-jitsu family, and they have their own style called Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and they're Brazilian. So I thought maybe they can't get the rights to the name.
That's possible.
Okay.
There's a trailer where she takes on Ken.
There's a trailer where she takes off her clothes. Because, Rule 34 is coming.
It's true.
It's probably already here. I just haven't managed to glance across it on Reddit.
Same. But yeah, she's very similar to another character called Blanca, but there you go.
How can she be similar to Blanca? Blanca's covered in fur.
I don't make these stories, man. I don't.
Assuming she has a Brazilian. This is why you get me slightly loaded before the show.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Quick story. John Goodman shows off shocking weight loss.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot lately.
Apparently he's pulling a Kevin Smith.
And apparently, except in this case, I think it's even more than Kevin Smith.
I don't know. He was always kind of rotund, but apparently he's lost he actually topped over 400 pounds.
Criminy.
But apparently now he's down to about, looks like he's hitting about 250. So he's looking good. Good on you, Mr. Goodman. There is a dearth of funny fat men in the world, but I'd rather have funny fat men. I'd rather have a funny, formerly fat man who's still alive and be able to be funny, as opposed to all the former funny fat men who are dead.
Yes.
Like Chris Farley and John Belushi and John Candy. Lose the weight, live for a long time, continue doing awesome fucking stuff.
I agree.
Okay.
There is a new trailer for Pixar. Pixar's The New Guardian. The Good Dinosaur.
We're both having some issues tonight, apparently.
Apparently, and I'm not even loaded.
Yeah.
But yes, it gives us 100% more T-Rex.
Yay! I actually haven't seen anything with Pixar's new movie yet. I'd like to. Well, I'll definitely watch before our next episode, because, spoilers, guys, but we're doing our next episode on Pixar movies.
Yes.
Because I really just want to talk about John Lasseter.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, I mean, Pixar is not since the days of Preston Sturgis has one movie studio or one movie maker had such a string of hits.
Oh, yeah. And really, the only thing that actually broke it is Cars 2.
Exactly. And the thing is, it still made money.
Yeah.
And it was basically made because Cars has made over something like in the market of $10 billion in merchandising.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much money they make. So, merchandising, and, you know, it's kept the studio going, because Pixar is not a very commercial studio when you think about it.
Oh, heavens no.
Because, I'm sorry, Up and Ratatouille, you really can't do a lot of merchandising with those films.
No.
So Cars and Toy Story, they keep them alive. They keep them, moving along and keep their coffers full.
But yeah, The Good Dinosaur is looking like it's going to be a really cute, really touching coming-of-age story, as is the Pixar way.
Yeah. I should have saved that little argument for the next episode, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Oh, well, I'll probably use it again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I don't want to do that one just yet. Here we go. You might enjoy this one. Terry Gilliam says he's working on a Time Bandits TV series.
Give me more.
An exciting day for fans of Terry Gilliam. For projects that sound amazing will probably never happen. The Brazil director has announced he's working on a TV adaptation of his cult favorite Time Bandits. He revealed the news during a live chat, while he also discussed working on a similarly Don Quixote-esque. I can't pronounce the word.
Don Quixote-esque?
Quixotic?
Quixotic?
Quixotic, work with that.
Yeah,
a defective detective. But it's being written by Terry. It actually was originally written by Gilliam and his Monty Python cohort Michael Palin. Mm-hmm. And released in 1981. It's about a group of dwarves that travel through time and just try to steal artifacts and mess things up.
Cool.
And I remember seeing it as a kid, and I was deeply confused.
As were we all.
Yeah, and my parents are like, I don't get this film. They took me to see it. I saw it at the Clazel. But in my later years, I watched it again with a new appreciation. It was pretty good. It was the reverse Thundercats effect. Because it ended up being something stupid for my childhood.
Being really, really great.
Yeah, I mean, I just wasn't old enough at the time to really understand it.
Okay. One of my really good friends described Wes Anderson as, you got really, really drunk, and then you went to a children's production of a fairy tale, and then you, and all of the actors in it are really, really famous. Terry Gilliam is if you dropped acid and then went to that same children's theater.
That's one description, I suppose.
Speaking of descriptions...
Alright.
And it kind of ties into my last story, too.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2 is coming in 2019. We have a release date.
It's 4 years away.
Yes.
Same year as Avengers.
Yes.
I gotta stay on this planet at least that long.
Yep.
Gotta lose some weight. Stop smoking, stop drinking, eat nothing but granola. And tofu.
Tofu.
I wonder if the Avengers are in heaven.
You get all you can eat Avengers.
Yeah, people's like, actually, a friend, my cousin posted me, things you don't joke about, rape, cancer, suicide.
Of course.
I'm like, I joke about all those things because I've been involved in most of them. Gallows humor is how we survive.
Yeah.
So I've actually joked before, I have not committed suicide because I had to see Captain America, the first Avenger, in the theaters. I had to wait that long. And then after I saw it, I was like, I don't want to kill myself anymore because it made me happy. It's like one of my favorite jokes is, you know who Bill Hicks is?
Somewhere along the lines.
Bill Hicks is a phenomenal comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Passed away way too early from lung cancer. Dennis Leary basically stole his entire goddamn act.
Okay.
And the joke is, why does Dennis Leary, world famous, and Bill Hicks is a semi-known comedian? Because there's no cure for cancer.
Dear God.
Yeah, because that was the name of Dennis Leary's first album.
Dear God.
Yeah, anyway, your turn.
I already went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Incredibles 2.
Oh, yeah. Peter Capaldi, rumored to be leaving Doctor Who.
Oh, goody.
Apparently he's not very popular as the new Doctor.
Really?
Yeah, and people don't seem to be connecting with him. I have not, and the thing is I was religious in Doctor Who, all the way from, Chris Eccleston, all the way up through the end of Matt Smith. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would watch every episode I get my hands on. I only made it through halfway through the Peter Capaldi season, I kind of gave up.
Yeah.
He just is not connecting with me.
Honestly, I've been meaning to get back to it. I mean, when Capaldi came out, I had just barely started working at Walmart. So I no longer had time to dedicate myself to Doctor Who. And then eventually it came to that point where no fan should ever really get to this point, where I actually thought my way out of Doctor Who.
Well, the thing is like, I really should like him, because he's very similar to in Mindscape to, like, the first Doctor.
Exactly. And he's actually the same age.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very cool character. He's a very great actor, but he's just not connecting with me.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad about that.
I feel bad about it, too. But...
All right, anyway. But the rumor currently now is that may reboot with new cast with Richard Madden, who played in Game of Thrones and Cinderella as the top tist, and also a new female Doctor Who is said to be a contender, which I would be perfectly cool with.
Yeah, I think everybody for eons would be cool with that.
Nothing else, get Captain Jack Harkness back on.
That'd be awesome.
Because it'd be fun to watch him trying to flirt with the Doctor. And she's like, oh please, I have seen every one of your tricks. Just stop.
You've seen Curse of the Fatal Death, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
With Rowan Atkinson.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing,
oh,
hilarious movie. Written by Stephen Moffat, actually.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have. So did you see Ant-Man?
No, I didn't. But I know about it, so go ahead and spoil it for me.
It was really, really enjoyable, and the characters were very multicultural and all of that. It was a good time. Fails the Bechdel test hard, but still highly enjoyable. We have a sequel.
That's what I heard.
Yep, it is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nice.
But yeah,
which is actually very significant, because it's the first Marvel Universe movie with a female character in the title.
It's true.
Even beats Captain Marvel, which kind of saddens me.
Yeah, just a bit. But yeah, we're finally getting an Ant-Man and Wasp movie.
Yay! And hopefully it doesn't beat her.
That's not going to happen, because they did the whole
I know the Yellow Jacket thing still, but...
Yeah.
That always made me very uncomfortable as a child.
Yeah.
I read Avengers for a little while, and I was like, I don't like this. This is not right. Men don't beat women. This is wrong. I mean, men can punch women, but only if the woman punches first. I mean, one of the most badass moments I've ever seen in my life is when a 10-year-old guy just absolutely decks a Reaver from the Mutant Massacre. Because I think his name was Mass Master. He had the power to increase the gravity of his body. Yeah. And he just, full pace, splash page, just hammers her. Just sends her flying back. It was fantastic. Okay, anyway, let's see what we got here. Gary Oldman headlines star-studded Star Citizen story mode cast. Are you familiar with Star Citizen at all?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Chris Roberts, the creator of Wing Commander, set a Kickstarter record a few years back.
Right.
For wanting to create a brand new space simulator. And it's going to be very much based sort of like on Wing Commander.
Right.
You know, story-based, lots of dogfights, big epic battles, and so on and so forth. And it made buku bucks. Buku bucks. And they're basically going to be doing, it's two versions. You originally start with a single-player mode, and after you finish the single-player mode, you move on to the multiplayer mode. The MMORPG, where originally you're in the military, then you get out of the military, and then you can go on and become like a merchant, or a politician, or a starfighter, or a smuggler, whatever you want to do.
Right.
Well, they've announced people are going to be involved in the story mode. Listen to this list. Gary Oldman.
Sweet.
Mark Hamill. who was
Excellent.
a veteran of Wing Commander.
Oh, really?
He was in Wing Commander 3 and 4.
Sweet.
Mark Strong. John Rhys Davies.
Excellent.
Andy Serkis.
Hello.
Rona Metra. Gillian Anderson, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. The rest of the people I don't recognize. Aleem Cunningham. I guess I recognize the name. Anyway. But no, there's like whole big sequences involved.
Sweet.
So, yay! Alright.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to say?
I'm worried about that next one there. But,
This is cool, okay? This is just awesome, in my opinion.
okay. Ron Perlman. Okay. And a Harry
Yes.
Potter project.
I heard about this.
Yes.
I am
Ron
looking forward to
Perlman
this.
is joining the cast of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Rock on. I love Ron Perlman. I have loved Ron Perlman so goddamn long.
Yes.
First time I ever saw him, and I didn't even know who he was in Quest for Fire, a 1982 Neolithic fantasy film.
First experience I ever had with Ron Perlman, and I didn't even know who it was Ron Perlman, was Slade in Teen Titans.
Yeah. Now, the first time I actually recognized my name was in Beauty and the Beast. The 88, the late 80s
TV series?
TV series with Linda Hamilton.
Wow. That's Ron Perlman?
Yeah.
What?
Don't you recognize his voice?
No.
Damn, yeah.
I know,
man.
right?
He was like, well, he was hot. He birthed an entire generation of furries, my friend.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Even my mom loved that show.
My mom loved that show.
I actually remember one year, Wendy Penny, ElfQuest fame.
Yep.
If you're familiar with the comic book at all.
You've mentioned it once or 5 times.
Yes, it's a great comic. Anyway, she did a because of George R.R. Martin of all people. It's a long convoluted.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. No, I actually ended up talking with Wendy online one day. I love the internet because I actually get to talk to my idols.
Oh yeah.
But I was talking to Wendy one night, and I asked her, "How the hell did you get involved in Beauty and the Beast?" And it was because of George R.R. Martin, and he was doing. They were trying to do a television version of Wild Cards, which was a anthology series of superheroes he edited back in the '80s.
Right.
And nothing came of it, so he ended up actually writing for Beauty and the Beast. And he's like, "They want to do a comic book version of this, and I've got the best person for this. Hey, Wendy, come here." So she ended up writing and illustrating a beautiful, beautiful comic, which I ordered for my mom and gave it to her for her birthday.
Sweet.
And she was very happy. She still has it somewhere.
Excellent.
Anyway.
But yeah, he'll be joining cast members Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, and Catherine Watterson, Alison Sudol, Ezra Miller, Colin Farrell, and John Voight.
Nice. John Voight. The sperm from whence and Angelina Jolie came from. All right, here we go. Now you seem worried about this, but I thought it was cool. It's a great throwback.
It's just read the headline, goddammit.
Paul Rubin joins Gotham as Penguin's dad. Okay, for those who remember, in Batman Returns, Paul Rubens played the father of the baby that grew up into Baby Penguin. Very kind of erudite socialite.
Yeah.
Hated this deformed baby. But apparently he's coming back for the Gotham TV series, and he'll be playing Penguin's dad. And I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a few episodes here and there of Gotham. It's a really well done series.
Yeah.
Connects nothing else, but it's really well done.
So why are you having a problem with Paul Rubens, man?
It's Paul Rubens.
He's a great actor.
Yes.
He has a kind of crappy character.
Yes.
But he's a great actor.
Yes.
So why do you have a problem?
Mecca Echo High, Mecca
Heiny Ho. I will admit, I never liked Pee Wee Herman. But Paul Rubens was the best thing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I've seen him do other stuff. He was in Blow with Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Did a fantastic job. He's a really, really good actor. The problem is that he got saddled with a very well-known character very early on.
And a very well-known
TV
scandal.
show. What?
And a very well-known scandal.
Yeah. I've told you before that I was like within 20 miles when that happened, right?
No, actually.
Oh yeah, it happened when I was in Florida visiting my family. I was in Venice, and it happened in the Sarasota adult movie theater, which is 20 miles from Venice.
Oh my god.
So basically, I was reading the newspaper when I was like 15 years old, going, "Oh shit." So anyway, Paul Rubens as Penguin's dad. I am okay with this.
Alright, you be okay with it then.
Okay.
Meanwhile, more Marvel news.
Yay!
We finally have a writer for the Black Panther movie.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is he known for doing anything?
He is from Marvel's in-house writers program.
I was actually listening. Yeah, I was listening to what's it called? Hollywood Babylon earlier today, and they were talking about that.
Yeah.
Apparently, being a member of the in-house Marvel movie program is sort of akin to slavery.
Oh, good.
Well, apparently, anything you write while you're there is Marvel's. Anything you write 2 years prior is Marvel's, and when you leave, anything you write 2 years after is Marvel's.
Well, it's funny that he should be writing about the man from Wakanda, then.
Yes. But apparently the guy who wrote Guardians of the Galaxy, that was the first one that actually got made from this. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, maybe the in-house stuff might work out.
Yes, the fellow's name is Joe Robert Cole.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's been confirmed that he is to write Black Panther.
All right. Have they cast him yet?
Yeah, a while ago. Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
We had talked about him way back.
Way the fuck back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I'm not gonna hide this one anymore. Warner Brothers signs off on R-rated Batman: The Killing Joke animated movie.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, apparently DC gave him the choice, gave him the permission. I wasn't quite sure they're going to do it, but they said he was going to. James Tucker, who's going to be directing it, said he's given the okay. But it doesn't mean he will. Mm-hmm. But really, if you actually read the comic, there is no nudity.
Yeah.
There's no swearing besides the occasional shit and damn.
Right.
No worse than what we do on our show.
Oh no, we actually.
We drop the fuck bomb a lot.
Stop saying the fuck word.
But at the same time, it is kind of hard just for the mental issues and the fact that he does horrible things to Barbara Gordon. Mm. So if you wanted to portray that in an animated sequence, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Mark Hamill's already said he's on for it. I'm pretty sure Kevin Conroy is going to go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is their last hurrah. Mm-hmm. This is the last time. They've been doing it for 25 years. It's time to, retire
They're finally
the characters.
They're finally hanging up the cowl.
They're hanging up the capes. But, yeah, damn, I'm looking forward to it. Yay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what
you saw it. Okay, yeah.
Respectfully, and don't let this color your interpretation of Ready Player One, but respectfully, Mr. Spielberg, fuck you.
Oh, come on. I actually like what he's saying. I was actually talking about the Indiana Jones film, okay?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Oh, okay, because I actually have an article about Ready Player One and Spielberg.
Yeah, that's why I was saying don't let this color your interpretation of...
Okay, alright, yeah.
Yeah. More Disney news.
More Disney news?
Yes, we have more Disney news.
Yay!
Disney news!
Disney World!
Yes. We have a new Disney princess.
Moana?
Yes, Moana.
Okay, I think we announced her a while back.
Yes.
Well, now we actually have someone to go with the character.
And we have a picture.
Yeah, she's kind of cute. Mm-hmm. Yep, and the big motherfucker on the side is going to be The Rock.
Awesome.
That's Dwayne Johnson, who is Polynesian.
Yeah.
So, yay. But yeah, basically, apparently, you read the story. I keep stealing your shit.
You're fine. Hawaii native. I
don't even try.
I'm not even going to. Who is 14 years
Just throw
old.
the link up on Radioactive Walrus. We'll be okay.
Yep. But yeah, we have a voice actor, and it'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of DC Universe news, Cartoon Network confirms a new Justice League animated series.
Oh, sweet skis.
Oh shit, motherfucker! Never read that one.
What is this?
Oh, no, this is what the last Justice League animated series aired back in 2006, which is coming to Blu-ray soon.
Motherfucker! Yeah.
Sorry. Cartoon Network Canada responded to a fan question on their Facebook page. We will premiering a new Justice League series, but not likely until next fall, which is fine with me. But still, holy shit, new Justice League new Justice League, go for it. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, I love Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. Be willing to give some new writers some, give them some new meat to chew on.
Yeah.
As long as they don't fuck it up.
I'm with you, man.
I mean, Teen Titans Go. Do I need to say anything beyond that?
No, you don't. Because Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, close that.
Deadpool is officially an Avenger.
The sound you don't hear, folks, is my heavy blinking.
Yeah. Deadpool officially becomes an Avenger.
Is this like one of the weird things where Marvel is trying to draw the characters back away from 20th Century Fox?
I think so. Because they're kind of killing off the X-Men. They've completely killed off Fantastic Four. This is just kind of the next evolution.
Next weird step. Because they know they can't kill off Deadpool because, well, he's unkillable.
Exactly.
But they're like, we'll make him more popular character.
Yeah.
Any more information? Or do we need any more information?
Getting an Avengers ID card and full security clearance from Steve Rogers.
From Captain America?
Yep. Well, Cap's leading the Avengers right now.
I know, but seriously, you think Cap would know better?
You'd think.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Yep. If you're looking for somebody to punch, go for Jerry Dugan, Ray Stegman, and Richard Sanovi.
Sounds like a law firm.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
And they are leading into Uncanny Avengers 0.
Yeah. How many stories you got left?
I have... well, I've got this open, but I've got 3 others.
3 others? Okay, I got like 6, 7, 8. Alright, I'll run through mine real quick. Mark Hamill returning as the Trickster in Flash Season 2.
Great!
Yay!
He was awesome the first time. Let's see it again.
Yep. Well, I just love the way he's actually made this character his own.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. He was the Trickster back in 90. Mm-hmm. He was the Trickster on Justice League Unlimited.
He's the Trickster in the Lego video game.
He's the Trickster in The Flash. He's having way too much fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Game of Thrones creator brings werewolf TV show to Cinemax.
Gotham has our first look at Firefly.
Hey, I'm not done here yet.
Sorry.
Okay. Game of Thrones author George R. R. Martin revealed on his official website that Skinemax has ordered a pilot for a TV series based on his 1980s novella The Skin Trade. He will not write the script or serve as showrunner because he's too busy finishing the 6th Game of Thrones novel. But it will be created. It's centered on Willie Flambeau, a collections agent who happens to be a werewolf, and it's being delivered by producer Mark B. Bauer, who originally created the Game of Thrones. So yay.
Okay. I actually just picked up 3.
Oh.
We have a first look at Firefly on Gotham.
Okay.
The arsonist. Yeah, he has that look.
It's more a little bit like, was it Killer Bee? What's that guy's name?
Killer Moth.
Yes, that's his name.
Oh god, Killer Moth. I was first introduced to Killer Moth on the series The Batman. And he's played totally for laughs.
First time I ever saw him was actually in Batgirl's first appearance in comics.
Yeah.
Because I've talked about that before. The Wood County Library used to have like a collection of Batman comics. Mm-hmm. And one of them was the premiere of Batgirl. Even though she was premiered on the TV show, she was introduced into comics because of that.
Right.
And her first battle was against the Killer Moth.
Yeah. I've actually read that story.
And he was such a goofy character even back then. Mm-hmm. He was trying to be all tough, and it's like, seriously, the Killer Moth?
Like, they actually dress him up in, like, pajamas, and he has slippers on. In the Batman's episode. Couple of shut up and take my monies.
Okay. Actually, be a couple of one of mine real quick.
Alright.
Fuck that. Alright, we're going to talk a little about Ready Player One. Woohoo! Steven Spielberg is ready for Ready Player One. Now, the thing is, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here. Spielberg says it's very trippy to be an influence on himself in a way, but I'm not making this movie to remind people of my 1980 films. I may leave most of them out. He's actually making this because he's disturbed by people being displaced from reality. Which is... a lot of people read Ready Player One because it's full of adventure and, shout-backs to the 80s and such. But it really is a book about we're letting go of reality.
Yeah.
We're letting go of reality. We're filling with our Oculus Rifts, or our cell phones, our Kindles, our iPads, etc., etc.
Our fucking podcasts.
Hey, we're doing something here, man. We are interacting. Yes, we are in meat space. But he's basically making an argument about this because he's basically he remembers his kids bring friends home and they socialize for about half an hour and it gets very quiet. I walk into the kitchen, 8 or 9 girls are sitting around, they're all looking at their phones, Snapchatting and texting and Twittering and reading. It's all become very introverting. Mm-hmm. This movie is going to be a show why it's interesting not living in the real world, but what we're missing by not. It's a cautionary tale, but also a big rock and adventure movie, too. I'm okay with this.
I'm good with it.
As long as they give some of the references, I'm cool. I mean, I understand they can't get them all.
Of course not.
But a couple ones I really want. Rush.
Of course. Well, that's integral to the plot.
Exactly. And Atlantic Records is owned by Warner Brothers, thank God.
Yeah.
And Ultraman versus Mechagodzilla.
Oh, fuck yes.
I'm assuming they can get it. There's got to be some way to do it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, there's so many classic video games and classic movies they can reference. I mean, if they didn't get War Games, they can get Real Genius. They can get Back to the Future. They can get The Goonies. I mean, there's so many things they can get to.
And we're actually doing a Back to the Future Comtrack Super Slam tomorrow, actually, over at Tim's.
I will not have time.
It's okay. You don't have to be there.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, that's
All right, so we have 2 Shut Up and Take My Monies.
Okay.
Batmobile slippers based on the Anton First Batmobile.
Shut up and take my money. Post that to the website.
All right. And we also have the Death Star cookie jar.
Oh my god, I've seen that before, actually.
But yes.
Maybe not that version, but I've seen a Death Star cookie jar. But that is awesome.
I love it. Let's see. It is officially licensed Star Wars merchandise, a Think Geek exclusive. Capacity. And I love how they've put this. Capacity. Many cookies.
Many cookies. Many cookies have died for this. Okay. This is. I'm not going to classify this as a shit that should not be. I'm more classifying as please don't. Please don't. Rumor: Marvel may be considering scrapping the Iron Fist TV series for Netflix.
Oh, son of... Please don't.
There was no mention of Iron Fist at the New York Comic Con this weekend, and if a new report is to believe, the Netflix series is in serious jeopardy of happening. Basically, they still do have a say in a sign-off, and Marvel has a say in the sign-off on the show appear, and the word is the show may be killed with such procedural notes. Apparently, Marvel's sticking their fingers into things a little too much.
God damn it.
Because I was really looking forward to a throwback to the 70s chop slocky, martial arts films. That's why I'm kind of, please don't. Just let it finish. At least do the 4 shows you wanted to do, and then go back and take a look at what you want to continue.
Yeah.
Because you're already continuing Daredevil.
Of course.
You're doing Jessica Jones. I'm seeing the trailers. Trailers for Jessica Jones
trailers
are hilarious.
Fantastic.
They're trying to make Luke Cage like The Wire.
Yeah.
And Iron Fist is such an integral part of Luke Cage's life.
Yeah.
So just give him his shot.
Exactly.
Even if it's like, a 4-part miniseries. You don't have to make, the 16 episodes that Daredevil is.
Yeah.
Just tell a good story. That's all we ask. As fans, we beg you, just give us a good story. Have you noticed how much gesturing I'm doing? This is what I do in the show when you're not here. This is what I do.
I actually get really distracted.
Yeah.
So, believe me, I know.
Okay. Let's
all right. Speaking of good stories, have you ever read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Kinda. I tried.
It's fucking hilarious.
I tried reading it. I just couldn't get into it.
It is fantastic.
My sister loves the damn thing. My niece adores it. I read the first 4 chapters. I'm like, this is dumb.
Oh, it's dumb, but it's concentrated dumb.
Yeah. Is this about the movie?
Yep.
Yep.
We have the first trailer for it.
Yay!
I read the book back in 8th grade, and I really enjoyed it. I was also reading it to impress a girl, but whatever.
Wait, in 8th grade I was reading Pride and Prejudice. Oh, wait, the original.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm old.
You old fogey.
Yes, I am. Why do you keep saying it like it's a bad word? Oh, sorry. Okay, happy news.
Yes.
J.J. Abrams has final cut on Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Oh!
So Disney is basically saying, dude, do what you need to do. And he's like, fuck yeah, Beastie Boys.
I'm in, man. I am so in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. J.J. Abrams has a sing about Beastie Boys, so... Apparently he's put a character named L.O. Asti in as one of the pilots, which is a reference to Hello Nasty, a very famous Beastie Boys album.
Gotcha.
But yes,
He even uses it in the soundtrack for Star Trek. It's all over Alias. It's all over... I think it's all over Lost. Beastie Boys shows up.
So, JJ, I know you're not listening to this, but from one fan of Star Wars to the next, the man that you grew up with this as much as I did. Don't suck. Okay.
Or you will forever be known as Jar Jar Abrams.
Yes.
We've already established this.
Unfortunately, he's probably going to get saddled with it anyway. Some people are going, well, I didn't like this Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to see it in IMAX. I'm going to probably see it, in 3D. I think is it released in 3D?
I'm fairly sure it'll be released in 3D.
I don't really care either way. As long as I see the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to go see it with my sister, and if I can get another 19th, and just go. It's like big smiles. Yay!
We have a Daredevil Season 2 trailer.
Yes.
And we have the first official images of Punisher and Elektra. Now, I remember we did have an Elektra photo a while back, but now we have her in motion.
I saw that and it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But Punisher, I didn't really see much and doing much. I watched the clip and he's basically like walking through a hospital or something, and he's wearing a military-style coat. I think it's called an M82 coat.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's got a gun in his hand. That's all I saw.
But yeah,
I know they can't go full Punisher on this.
It's true.
It's not going to be Mike Zeck's version of Punisher from the 1980s. He's got to be more militaried up. As long as he's got the Punisher skull, though, I'm cool.
Yeah. And with the way that Marvel has been doing things, I'm fairly sure they will have the skull.
Yeah, I already talked
We've
about
got John Berthal as Frank Castle and Elodie Young as Elektra.
Okay, I'm out of stories, dude.
All right. Well, that's okay because I've got my last shit that should not be.
Oh dear Lord. Oh God, yes, this thing.
Yeah, Stephanie Meyer announces gender swapped Twilight story because 50 Shades of Grey wasn't enough. God damn it.
Apparently Stephanie Meyer wanted to see what the story would be because everyone's like, oh, Bella's such a weak female character. Well, let's change her to a male and see what happens. You know what's going to happen? The story's still going to suck.
Exactly. There's no point in this.
Twilight is the only book that I remember throwing against a wall in anger. And I don't do that. I respect literature. I respect words. I love to read. Twilight, I threw against a wall.
I read the first chapter once.
I made it halfway through. That was it. I gave up. I was like, I'm done.
I read the first chapter and I'm like, I can't do this!
I just can't do this anymore!
This is impossible! How do people do this? But yes, Life and Death is what it's called. Twilight Reimagined, if you must.
Are we recording, by the way?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because this has been an issue in the past. Okay, cool, we're good.
We're fine. We're fine. But yes.
That is definitely a shit that should not be.
Yes. It's been 10 years since the original was released. It seems wrong.
I was working for Borders, in their call center when the movie version was released on DVD. And there was a big thing about, there was like 15 different versions of the DVD for Twilight. Like, everybody had a different version. Borders had a different version, Barnes & Nobles had a different version, Walmart had a different version, Target, etc., etc., etc. So you actually had to get, why? It's basically all the extra. It was just basically for whatever extra they wanted. Yeah. And it was a huge deal. People were getting pissed off because they pre-ordered the Twilight DVD, so they could pick it up in their store for Borders. Mm-hmm. And then they were getting righteously angry that other people could buy it the same day. Like, I pre-ordered this. No one else should buy this until I've had my pre-order. That you're gonna get your pre-order, but no one else should buy this. What? And then there was actually this poor girl who had ordered it and apparently got marked as spam mail. Oh no. So it was being sent to it was being basically sent off to be destroyed. I went above and beyond that day. I called the post office. I used Google to look up the local post office. Called the postmistress. Talked to her. It's like, oh yeah, I see that. Okay, yeah, I was actually getting ready to throw that out. We're going to send it to the recycling center. I'm like, can you dig that for me? Sure. Okay, I'll make sure this gets sent back. Called the girl back. She was so happy. She's like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, I did a good deed. I just fucking saved Twilight. God damn it. Anyway, so shall we get to the actual episode?
Yes, we shall. Okay, so if you've been on the internet for even 10 minutes, in fact, some of you might even be listening to us on this very service.
Yes, we use this service.
It is called Vimeo. No, I'm kidding.
Videodrome. No, it's YouTube.
Dailymotion. No, it's YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube. YouTube is just, it's one of the most ubiquitous parts of the internet anymore. It's up there with Google, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah. If it's worth knowing, it's probably on YouTube.
Yes, it is one of the best places to find anything you want. Mm-hmm. Just go in there, type whatever you want, and you normally can find it. Except for porn. No, actually you can.
Oh, you can?
It just depends on what kind of porn you're looking for. And what other adult versions you're willing to dive into.
Good to know.
Yeah, I have found some hardcore porn on here before.
Great.
I call it the weird side of YouTube.
But yes, company was started in 2006?
2005.
2005.
And actually, I was doing a little research on this. It all started because of a boob.
Of course it did.
Yes. No, in 2003 was the infamous boob incident, the wardrobe malfunction of Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl.
Right.
And the creator of YouTube, a gentleman named Chad Hurley, was interested in finding this clip. And it was extremely hard to find online.
Of course.
And he started thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a central repository of video clips for the internet? Mm-hmm. I mean, video clips had existed before then. I mean, I remember downloading videos and sharing them with my friends back then. But you had to go to, like, Newsgrounds or, QuickTime and various other things. Right. And there really wasn't anywhere that was convenient to go. Mm-hmm. So he basically started creating this. He and his friends, Steve Chen and Jawad Karim.
And they all used to work for PayPal.
Yeah. Basically, it was activated on February 14, 2005. Mm-hmm. And it was developed over the years. Now, the first video that was ever filmed was basically done as a test footage.
Yep. Me at the zoo.
It was updated on Saturday, April 23rd, 2005. And was basically, like I said, it was just test footage.
Want to show it even for the audio for our listeners?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so here we are, one of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really, really, really long trunks, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
And even though it's a really boring video,
that is a really boring video.
26 million, almost 27 million views.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna have that kind of what the fuck? Never mind.
What did you see?
That is the magic of YouTube.
The joys of the thumbnails.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the magic of YouTube. Is you have all of these different things, and you're just like, oh wow. Well,
oh, I remember that. That was so touching. Sorry. Now that's the thing. The YouTube is full of the internet.
Yes,
it's scary. It's funny. It's heartrending. It's touching. It's informative. It's, dear God, why did anyone do this? Like, for example, one of the things I just looked at was a 102-year-old dancer sees herself on film for the first time.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, basically she was a dancer back in the 1920s and 30s, and they found a film of her, restored it, and showed it to her, and it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. This has also been the repository for other things, such as breakthroughs in science, such as A Boy and His Atom, the world's smallest movie.
Yes, which was actually shot atom by atom, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
These are atoms, magnified over 100 million times.
At IBM Research.
We move atoms.
And they made the world's smallest movie with atoms.
Now, just to warn you guys, we are showing videos on a podcast.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is in the description, when we upload this to YouTube, we will put in the timestamps so you can watch these videos while we watch them. Mm-hmm. And, for filmmaking, it's like, oh, this is kind of boring. No, when you think about the technological advancement here,
Yeah.
this is a not just pixel by pixel, atom by atom animation.
And it's very fluid. It's
Yeah.
very surprisingly fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Your tax dollars at work.
Yay!
At least it's something I can use.
Mm. Kick the atom, jump on the atom, bounce on the atoms. I remember when I was back in school, it was like, talking about not being able to see atoms because they're so small.
Mm-hmm.
But technology has advanced that much in 20 fucking years.
Yeah. And there you go.
IBM, motherfuckers.
IBM.
One of the things I like to do is every month, once a year or so, I dedicate a month. Like I had Animation April,
Right.
or I had Halloween month, where I did nothing but scary songs and scary movies.
Mm-hmm. I saw your Grim Grinning Ghosts the other day.
Yeah, and I did Skeleton Dance by Ubiworks, which is one of the most phenomenal pieces of animation of all. It's kind of sad some days that people don't understand why these things I share are so amazing. Like, well, it's not very flashy. You don't get it, man. You just don't get it. This was all done by one guy. This is one guy doing this all by himself. You don't get it. Sorry.
And he's getting paid for it.
Yeah. Another thing that YouTube is used for me anyway, is saving of obscure movies.
Yes.
I love 80s bad films.
Yes. And I've actually used YouTube to research episodes of this very show. In fact, I found the entirety of Rock and Rule.
Yes,
Just
one of my
so that
favorite movies.
we could talk about it here on this show.
Yes.
Be grateful, motherfuckers! Nah, I love you, people.
No, but it is there's a number of very good programs out there that you can use to save programs onto the computer.
Yep.
Let's see what I got here. Eliminators, which is just a silly-ass movie from the 80s.
All right.
Starring Denise Crosby.
Oh, boy.
Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
It was right before she got into Star Trek. Basically involves a mercenary who gets blown up and turned into a cyborg who rides around on a tank.
That sounds awesome.
It was great. When you're 14 years old, this is the kind of movie you want to see. God bless the movie channel at the time. But no, I have found so much different things. Well, one problem I do have with YouTube, though, it's really hard to find
Quality?
not just quality, that counts. How can I explain this? For a while there, YouTube had various videos that were just amateur stuff that was updated. Like, Charlie bit my finger.
Yes.
And the history of dance. Which, curiously enough, was done by a guy who was a BGS graduate.
No kidding.
No kidding. He's actually come back and talked a few times. He loves Miles Pizza, apparently. But then the big companies started taking notice.
Right.
Because this was good advertising for him.
Of course.
And this is the MTV of your generation.
It's true. I find that funny because you're wearing an MTV shirt.
Yes, I am wearing an MTV Music Television t-shirt because, well, God damn it, I grew up on MTV. This is how I got introduced to new music.
Yeah.
I mean, I got introduced to Duran Duran and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Thompson Twins and Thomas Dolby and NWA, all because of MTV.
And you can be introduced to music through YouTube as well.
Right.
They host music videos just like MTV used to do.
And they give you suggestions.
Yeah, they do. And they also market the hell out of up-and-coming artists, such as Ego Raptor.
Ego Raptor, Proto Men.
Proto Men.
It's actually one of the first places I ever heard Proto Men, which I've talked about on the show before.
Let's see, they also introduced... No, that was Groove Shark. Oh, that's poor Groove Shark. I knew you well.
What the fuck is a Force Meatballs? Oh, Force Meatballs. Sorry, I just subscribed to a guy named Jas Townsend and Son Incorporated, and he cooks food in 17th and 18th century style.
Wow.
Which sounds delicious, some of the stuff.
Yeah, it does.
But, yeah, I like to cook, if you may have not noticed on the show before. But
And it
I
also
can't remember.
it also gives content makers a whole different platform that they can create large, sprawling stories with, such as Glove and Boots.
Glove and Boots also has made celebrities out of Markiplier and PewDiePie.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, PewDiePie is the best paid celebrity on YouTube.
Yep.
Which is funny because I've never actually seen an episode.
I have. He's okay, honestly. You get used to him very, very quickly.
Yeah. However, some of the things I really like is being able to share just moments that would never be shared otherwise to a large audience. For example, this is a fan video, Takesha's Die Young, which was just done because she wanted to.
Yeah.
And she shared it, and it's got 4 million views.
Yes.
So I'm going to load this up. And actually, it's a really good mix to whatever song is, too.
My sister actually showed this to me.
I'm kind of hoping Keisha actually did see this. For those wondering, this is by Vizzy Pop.
Mm-hmm.
About a werewolf character, apparently.
Yep.
I love it because it's got a very Tex Avery feel to it.
It does.
It's very exaggerated, but it's, for being a fan pick, very well animated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's minor mistakes, but anything is going to have minor mistakes. Like,
Yeah.
her legs are gone.
Big one.
And because of YouTube, she was also able to post updates. Show how far she gotten. And she was also able to attract other people that were animators to come and work on the project.
Yeah.
They would do it in their spare time or whatever.
And animators are a big part of YouTube as well, especially for other internet projects such as... Okay, I know.
I'm backing up against the wall here, man.
Homestuck. I know.
I'm not angry. I don't get Homestuck.
That's fine. There are a lot of things to be said about Homestuck, but I'm going to do that as a separate episode.
Yeah.
It'll just be me ranting for a while.
I'm just gonna sit there and drink heavily while you're doing your Homestuck thing. I'm like, okay, man, go for it. Actually, no. If I can, we'll get my friend Adric, who's another Homestuck fan.
Okay.
We'll Skype him in.
Great.
You guys can talk. And I will sit here and drink heavily.
Okay.
Anyway, good song.
Yeah, good
Great
song.
thing.
Great animation.
We'll link it in the description.
Oh, of course. And then there are recently actual television channels have taken notice of YouTube and have made their own content for it. Hulu, FXX, and they have this series called Scientifically Accurate.
Oh God, that thing.
It is hilarious. I have the Sonic the Hedgehog one queued up.
Okay. This is actually from the Animation Explosion.
Yeah, animation domination thing.
From Fox.
Yes.
The DuckTales one is actually terrifying.
Oh, the DuckTales one is awful. Holy God. Yay!
Oh, Jesus.
I actually showed this one to a friend of mine who actually owns a hedgehog.
Anyway, if nothing else, the YouTube has allowed a number of different things to become viral.
Yes.
The viral is obviously a term over
The viral video.
Viral video. Jimmy Fallon is a master of this.
Yes.
Craig Ferguson is a master of this.
Yes.
Before he left Late Show. Actually, Craig Ferguson was one of the funniest ones because they had a Doctor Who opening they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. No, Craig Ferguson is a huge Doctor Who fan. There we go.
Oh God, why haven't we mentioned this earlier?
What's that? We'll get to it.
Yeah, we will.
No, Craig Ferguson's a huge Doctor Who fan. He was actually having a special episode. He was going to be Matt Smith on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to do a major opening involving Doctor Who. He basically rewrote his lyrics, Had a big dance sequence, fantastic stuff. And literally 5 minutes before they're going to film, the lawyers got with them and says, we don't have the rights to Doctor Who music. So they had to cut the whole thing. But fortunately, it had been filmed, and somebody uploaded it to the internet.
Oh, good.
So it actually got to go online. So this is Craig Ferguson's The Lost Doctor Who Cold episode, which I'm going to link into Radioactive Walrus, so you have it there, right? But you have it there.
Cool.
Tonight's show is a little different. Tonight's show is about a man. He's not really a man. He's a doctor, but he's not really a doctor. Like Dr. Phil, but awesome.
I remember when I was into Doctor Who early on in like 2007. There was this guy. I was saying, oh yeah, Doctor Who is really, really great. What, Dr. Phil? No, you
tugboat?
My goodness.
Craig Ferguson had these guys, you dress them up in the weirdest costumes.
Clearly.
They literally spent 2 days working on this.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for YouTube, it would have been lost.
Yep.
Well, she's so cute. It just regenerates. Speaks the truth. First, I'd love to see Craig Ferguson as the Doctor.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Alright, anyway. We'll go ahead and cut that.
But yeah, and YouTube has also given a second wind to things that probably should have been forgotten.
Such as?
Such as...
Oh, dear God.
Just a second.
While you're loading that up...
I'm just gonna crank this ship.
Yep. Mushroom. God, the parodies for this. Yeah, I remember watching this back in 2003 with my roommate, and this was, this is big back then. Like, Newsgrounds was huge.
Newgrounds was big, Strong Pad, and Homestar Runner was big.
Yeah, now they're posting to YouTube.
Yep.
Now, and it has given new life to a bunch of old music videos, for example.
Yes.
I'm of the 80s generation. Obviously, as you can tell by my t-shirt, my long hair, and my going, you damn kids don't understand the struggle of... Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy X stations or play boxes. We had Atari 2600s with wood paneling like your mom's station wagon. And we liked it! The bleeps and the bloops. But no.
Hey, I still like those bleeps and bloops, damn it.
No, but anyway, I can go back, for example, give me just one song from the 80s. Anything. Just throw me anything wild.
Okay.
As long as it's not Prince. Because Prince hates YouTube.
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Oh, that's an
Duran
easy
Duran.
one. That's
Yeah,
just a
easy.
fucking easy one. There it is. As long as I don't click the wrong damn thing.
Right.
Hungry Wolf, EMI, high quality, right there.
Mm.
How about Kaja Gugu?
There you go.
Too Shy Shy. You're too shy shy. Big song in the 80s.
Mm.
And the thing is also YouTube can link you to various other things, like Lamal, who was the lead singer of Kaja Gugu,
Right.
did the lead theme song of Never Ending Story.
Right.
Takes you right to it.
Yep. Mexican Radio by Walla Voodoo.
Mexican, whoa.
Radio.
Now, another thing that has helped me out in the past is I remember things from my childhood. I remember moments, snippets that I can't place. And because of YouTube, I'm able to find them. For example, there was a video called Pinball Warriors, which apparently was a something that showed in Maybe that was Pinball Warriors. I didn't plan this one out, sorry.
Cool.
Oh, there we go. Pinball Warriors versus Space Invaders. There it is. It was from a short film called Arcade Attack back in the early 80s. Mm-hmm. I saw it once on HBO at my cousin's house. And it was really cool. It was basically about Space Invaders coming to the Earth, taking over the Earth, or trying to take over the Earth, and all the characters from the pinball machines came to life and fought them. Mm-hmm. And because of that, because of remembering just the tiniest moments between the power of YouTube and Google, I was able to find it. And I was able to watch it. And I discovered it wasn't nearly as cool as I remember it being.
And you can go in and out of them and treat them.
It is pretty cool, though.
Turn it off. After a time, when you
Stop that.
Space Invader and that stupid noise it makes. No, they turn it off. I'd
Show
rather
this.
smash it to pieces. It's an idiot box.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that sometime.
That's where it belongs.
Yeah.
Should be all put
And
in.
it also helped me find old songs that even I had forgotten about, such as this gem.
The Wilhelm Scream is a very popular thing, and now you can see it yourself through this video and song. So here it is. Sorry if it's not good.
The legend starts in 1951 when we listen to the sound of the distant drum. Letters make up in the jaws of an alligator. There were 6 screams taken, but one proved to be greater than the rest. So let's fast forward a bit to the Feather River.
It was the early 2000s.
Nothing else, YouTube has actually made a lot of people a lot of money.
Yes.
Various companies and various people have managed to make livings off this. Like Epic Rap Battles. Which are amazing stuff. Like weird shit like Rasputin versus Stalin. Or
Stan Lee versus Jim Henson.
Or one of my favorites, Nikola Tesla versus Edison. Which, oh my god.
Or
You need to like cosplay as Tesla at some point.
that'd be fun.
I can actually see you just even what you're wearing right now. You can do it.
Yeah, I'm a
Ladies,
bit
please.
dressed up.
Oh, science!
Oh, science!
Oh, Tesla! Quit throwing your underpants at me. It is messing up the experiment.
My favorite epic rap battles of history is Spielberg versus Hitchcock
versus Tarantino
versus Michael Bay.
versus Kubrick.
Right.
I don't know if I have a favorite. There are certain ones I've actually memorized though, like Superman versus Goku.
Yes.
Which Superman just entirely dominates, except for the one line Goku gives him. There's only one way this battle is going to end. There's one more Superman who's never going to walk again. I was like throwing shade on Christopher Reeve. Harsh.
Yeah, that's low.
But it does give a new, like I said, YouTube gives a lot of people more exposure than they would normally get.
Absolutely.
Whether it's deserved or not. Like the dog. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
I was in Buffalo, New York when that became really ridiculously popular.
Ba ba.
The Dog of Wisdom.
Tooth of wisdom.
The freaking Dog of Wisdom.
Ba ba ba. We're gonna load it up, of course.
Of course we are.
Yes. Ba ba. It's so dumb,
Really dumb.
but it's funny.
Sure, it's funny.
Ba 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 da. I actually want to do this to my customers sometimes. When they're screaming that. Look, I actually had a customer earlier today who was like, I don't have my receipt, but this rang up at $6 at the Walmart over here. And I have the I have the original tag. It's at $10, but it didn't ring up here. It's at $12.94. Can I get it for the $6 price? I just wanted to say that to her. Really. I'm like, no, you can't. Because different stores have different prices.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually kind of sad I'm leaving now to the pharmacy. You and Bailey are going to be there. And be like, I don't know if they want to be with Julie, mind you. That's cool.
Yeah, that'll be
But
fun.
still, I'm going to miss you guys. Well, we're going to do a podcast on it.
Exactly.
So, oh my god.
But yes.
Other things that have Walmart, not Walmart. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh, yes.
Which is just this bizarre collection of short videos. Mm-hmm. Which is just like Nightmare in concentrated form.
Well, the idea is basically that shows like Sesame Street are too sanitized. So, here's some really fucked up shit for you.
Children can be terrified.
Yes.
I think we talked about this in like an earlier episode.
Yeah, children
movies of the
terrified more.
80s, yeah.
Yeah. And it's also given rise to other just ridiculously awesome things, like Kung Fury.
Oh, God. Kung Fury actually started as a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it actually didn't reach its full goal, but they were making a half an hour long movie. And they got David Hasselhoff involved.
Yeah.
They got the Hoff.
They got the Hoff.
And it's, I don't actually want to ever see a full-length version of Kung Fury. That half an hour, they're able to keep the concentrated perfect.
Yeah.
They want to try to go an hour and a half. I don't think it would work. I really don't.
Let's see, more Misty, because Misty.
Yeah.
And it gives people excuses to make things that you'll never forget. Such as the Star Wars Duel of the Fates sing-along. It is literally the entire song where all the lyrics are what it barely kind of sounds like.
Oh, Lord. Go ahead.
Okay.
That was another thing that was really popular back in the early 2000s, was the videos for foreign songs and what they sounded like.
Yeah.
Strangely starring Colin McRae for some reason. Star Wars Duel of the Fates by John Williams.
For 10 hours. Oh, and that's another thing about YouTube. You have 10-hour videos.
I'm actually kind of glad that YouTube did not exist when I was in college.
Oh, yeah?
Because if I was in the dorm, I would have locked my door after playing this.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
For 10 fucking hours.
Oh, Christ.
I would have done nothing but play this for like 10 hours. I would have just left it there. Just let it play until someone finally got crazy and just grabbed a fire axe and broke down my door.
And then broke your computer.
Yeah. Because I drove someone that much nuts. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
Speaking of unicorns, another thing that YouTube has become very successful for is advertisements.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, I kind of like... I kind of enjoy the fact that I have been able to, go and check out an Invective oven, which I actually own, and I haven't actually had a chance to use it yet. But no, apparently it cooks a steak really fast, or roasted chicken, and so on and so forth. And, it does it very nicely. It's juicy.
Excellent, excellent.
Or the Squatty Potty.
Oh boy.
This is where your ice cream comes from. The creamy poop of a mystic unicorn. Totally clean, totally cool, and soft served straight from the sphincter. They're good at pooping. But you know who sucks at pooping? You do. That's because when you sit on a porcelain throne, it's muscles.
This guy looks like Harry Elwes.
Guy looks like you, dude.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? I don't know.
He does look like a young Carrie Elwes.
Sitting at this angle can cause hemorrhoids, bloating, constipation, and a buttload of other.
You know what drove me nuts was they built a pooping unicorn.
They had to build a pooping unicorn.
CAD was probably involved.
Probably.
Late night brainstorming sessions of how to make a pooping unicorn involving coffee and donuts. Felt and fur and rubber tubing was involved. Orange sherbet was probably involved at some point.
Most likely.
And they built a pooping unicorn. Someone has this on their resume. Someone has posted a resume and put this on YouTube. Another thing on YouTube that actually makes me very happy is you can find a lot of bootleg television shows and movies. As I discussed earlier, 80s horror movies, 80s science fiction films, which are really, really hard to find. People bring out their old VHS copies and throw them online for the masses, and they live forever. I know you love VHS.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't last forever.
It doesn't.
I mean, back in the 90s, I've told the story before, I used to work at a video store, and tapes would break from time to time. Especially fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High, with that damn sequence where Phoebe Cates takes off her top.
Yep.
You guys needed better spank material, seriously.
Yeah. And it also allows...
Sorry.
It also allows for good examples of let's show this again because it hasn't been for decades.
Exactly.
Specifically, old commercials.
Mm-hmm.
There are scores of just commercials from the 80s.
The 60s, for God's sakes. I've seen 60s.
I've seen 50s.
I've seen 50s as well. Old radio shows.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube has basically become the memory receptacle of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Google is the way to search it. Because Google owns YouTube. I don't think we mentioned that yet.
It even has Orson Welles' old wine commercial.
The French
champagne.
But there are some people that don't like it. Like, for example, Prince.
Yeah.
Prince hates YouTube for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually was a member of a landmark trademark lawsuit. Was just settled.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, apparently it was a video of a little boy dancing to Prince's "Let's Go Crazy," and EMI Music, which is Prince's label, sent a takedown notice to the people that uploaded the video, and they fought it. Took it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Oh shit! Have you seen this?
Yes, you sent that to me.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's fantastic.
You don't have the balls. No, anyway, but the Supreme Court ruled that under fair use, music can be used in short bursts.
Yeah.
And so it was for like a 20-second video. Speaking of, like Happy Birthday is now finally in the
public domain.
Public domain, thank God.
Yes. Because seriously.
Yeah. Fuck Warner Brothers. And that sequence of Warner Brothers. We love Warner Brothers. You're making Ready Player One. Please make a good movie. Sorry.
Come on. Big money. Big money.
Big money. But it also allows like silly things like Markiplier meeting with Jack Black.
Yeah.
To advertise for Goosebumps. But they end up playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
I'm so sick and tired of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Actually, one thing I do miss that YouTube had at one point was the YouTube Awards.
Yeah.
They had 1 year, and they had like Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
They had Adam Savage and Jamie Hyneman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's unfortunately all I remember. They had Joe Satriani playing guitar with some guy who just like played ridiculously well.
Mm-hmm.
They got them together. They had Chocolate Rain guy.
Mm.
They had him on there. He was the announcer, and it was all broadcast live on YouTube. And I thought it was really cool.
Yeah,
and it's still on there if you want to watch it, but never did again.
Mm-hmm. It also has given backyard scientists something to do.
Mentos and Diet Coke?
No, 6-foot man and a 6-foot water balloon.
Oh God, I've seen that.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about YouTube is you go, oh God, I've seen that, or please tell me more.
And there was one series that I wish was still on YouTube, but is no longer.
Huh?
It is called Adult Wednesday Addams.
I heard about that. There was some sort of legal issues.
Yeah. And it made me really sad when I went to go show it to a friend, and it was taken down.
There it was. Joe Satriani and Funtwu, who was playing the Guitar Hero, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently you can actually become a YouTube hero by being really, really good at Guitar Hero. Which one thing I kind of like about Rocksmith, you actually have to learn to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see, endless episodes of Animaniacs. The Lady in the Radiator from Eraserhead.
What is the name? Revisionist Jukebox? Is what it's called?
Oh, are you talking about postmodern jukebox?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another thing I really love about YouTube is it allows you the chance to, see modern day songs played in a different style. Like the what is it? Sweet Child. Yeah, Sweet Child of Mine. The Meche Braden, I think is her name. Meche Braden. She fucking rocks the house. She's doing New Orleans jazz style. she's a fucking star in training. You know, this is the kind of stuff if you and Tim and myself ever like shoot like a 1930s or 1920s gangster film, I want the entire soundtrack to be nothing but postmodern jukebox. You know, modern day songs done in that style.
I have problems with postmodern jukebox.
Oh, what's your problem?
I'm not exactly sure. It's some kind of uncanny valley bullshit where that's concerned. I don't know. It just doesn't strike me right.
I love it. It makes me so happy.
Of course, though, it also does give you chances to see things that you wouldn't expect also, because...
Such as?
The Anne Heche's Butthole cartoon opening.
Tell me more.
So early on in Hollywood Babylon, there was a...
I remember the Anne Heche's Butthole, yeah. Kevin Smith was actually an earlier adopter of YouTube. Let's all go inside. We just saw her butthole. Okay. All right, guys. What else do we have to say about YouTube tonight? Really? We're having fun, just like shit, shit. But I'm pretty sure we're boring the hell out of our audience.
Probably.
This is one of our epic misfire episodes, but it's fun for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're having a blast. So we're probably gonna stop recording and just continue enjoying ourselves for a few more, a little bit longer.
Yep. So I really don't have anything else to say about YouTube.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Ready Player One, it still exists in 2044.
Yep.
So, yay for geeky girls playing ukuleles.
Yay.
Yay.
And so, from all of us here at Radioactive Walrus Entertainment, I'm not even in the experiment room or the recording.
You are in Dan's domicile.
I am in Dan's domicile.
You are my bitch.
Well, at least you're wearing pants today.
Just call me daddy. I've been fighting not to take my shirt off the entire show. I'm like, get this thing off me.
But yeah, this has been Late Night Taco Delivery.
You may now place your order.
Late Night Taco Delivery is performed by Daniel Gill and Jonathan Knoll, and was created by Daniel Gill. New Bizarre opening by Jonathan Knoll. If you have questions, comments, or a suggestion for a future show, drop us a line on Twitter at Radio Walrus Pod. Like Radioactive Walrus Entertainment on our Facebook, or subscribe to our official YouTube channel, Radioactive Walrus. That's Radioactive with a capital R, Walrus with a capital W, and no spaces. Thank you for calling Late Night Taco Delivery. You may now place your orders. This has been a production of Radioactive Walrus Entertainment.
John, what do chickens say?